9 News Mornings at 5 a.m. starts right now.
We start with the wildfires burning across Colorado. 2 homes are now destroyed as a wildfire continues to burn north of Buena Vista. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Jordan Chavez. Good morning, everybody. Another wildfire near Montrose has closed Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us live in studio. And Courtney, we know that dozens of homes are within the evacuation zone for at least one of these fires.
Yes, that's right, Jordan and Corey. About 50 homes are in the evacuation zone in Buena Vista. 25 of them are in the hot zone, according to the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office. Again, 2 homes have already been destroyed. Take a look at this map, because this isn't the only wildfire burning in our state this morning. Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park in southwestern Colorado is closed due to wildfires. They're calling it the South Rim Fire, and it's estimated to be around 1,640 acres in size. The Mountain View Fire in Buena Vista has burned about 60 acres so far. It's not clear yet what started the fire in Buena Vista. Anyone who is evacuating can head to the Buena Vista Sheriff's Office at 200 Steel Drive. Right now, officials do not believe the fire has entered public lands. If you're being evacuated and need a place for animals, small animals can be taken to the Ark Valley Humane Society. Large animals can be taken to the Buena Vista Rodeo Grounds. In Montrose, officials say wildfires are burning on both rims of the canyon. The fires were caused by lightning strikes on Thursday morning. Colorado State Patrol was called in to help get people out of the campgrounds in that area. All visitors and staff have already been evacuated, and the park remains closed until further notice. The Montrose County Sheriff's Office says access to the park via Highway 50 is also closed. Live in studio, Courtney Yoon, 9 News. Now we're going to head over to senior meteorologist Chris Bianchi for a look at weather. Chris, will smoke be an issue at all today?
Yeah, exactly right, Courtney. It will be, especially for southern Colorado. So just a little context here. There are those fires. This was picked up by the Sierra satellite last night here. That's, by the way, based out of Fort Collins. And notice those fires, and this is specifically the one near the Black Canyon of the Gunnison. That's the one that's kind of producing all this smoke and heading off towards the east with those westerly winds. And we'll see some of that smoke mostly impacting southern Colorado. However, this morning, sunrise coming up here in about 30 minutes. And you'll notice a bit of a kind of a filmy look, a bit of a hazy look to the sky, mainly looking south of Denver, but you'll probably notice it here in town. The worst of the smoke will be across southern Colorado from all those fires, from about Highway 50 on south. Today, 88 degrees, morning sun, afternoon showers and storms, about 50% coverage with those showers and storms for us this afternoon. Headlines, we've got smoky skies today and tomorrow. It does warm up for Sunday and Monday, but I'm going to get into hour by hour detail on those showers and storms that you can expect for today. I know a lot of you have outdoor plans. Erica Lopez always has outdoor plans. And Erica, tonight could be a little bit dicey, so I'll have details on that coming up for you in a few minutes.
All right, everyone working to plan out their weekend. Chris, we appreciate you. It is 5:03, and we want to check in on your commute. 270 here through Commerce City at Vasquez. Eastbound, westbound lanes still moving along really nicely. Dark out there, not a whole lot of volume across the metro area, and that's what we're seeing on our map and on our roadways as we take you over to lots and lots of green this Friday morning. Travel times in good shape. We're looking at 13 minutes for your drive across town between E470 and 76. No issues on either side of 225. I-25 travel 14 minutes in both directions, so very quick for your downtown to DTC drive.
All right, Erica, thank you. We do have a heads up this morning for drivers in Adams County. Highway 7 is closing this weekend between Colorado Boulevard and York Street. It was originally set to start last month, but it got pushed back. The full closure starts at 5 tonight and it runs through 5 Monday morning, July 14th. Crews are rushing to repair a leaking pipe under the road, which is damaging the pavement there. Traffic will detour around the closure using York Street, East 168th Avenue, and Colorado Boulevard. Delays are expected to be minimal, about 5 to 10 minutes.
Right now, it's been a week since anyone has seen or heard from this woman. 58-year-old Cheryl Edmonds was last seen last Friday morning near the intersection of McKinley Street and 5th Street in Walden. Officials say she left sometime in the morning driving a 2006 black Honda Ridgeline with a Colorado license plate of IHU12. Officials say she doesn't have her medication. If you see her or have any information, you're asked to call the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. Their number is 970-723-4242.
Federal prosecutors are still deciding whether to charge the man accused of firebombing demonstrators in Boulder with murder, a charge that could carry the death penalty. Investigators say that Mohammed Soliman admitted to throwing Molotov cocktails at a crowd raising awareness about Israeli hostages in Gaza on June 1st. One of the victims, 82-year-old Karen Diamond, died from her injuries weeks later, prompting prosecutors to consider adding a murder charge to the dozens that Soliman already faces. In federal court Thursday morning, a judge set a trial date for early September, but noted the schedule could change depending on whether the U.S. Attorney's Office moves forward with the murder charge.
The trial of a dentist from Aurora accused of poisoning his wife's protein shakes is now underway. The trial for James Craig started yesterday. He was arrested in 2023 for the death of his wife, Angela. An autopsy showed she ingested lethal doses of cyanide and an ingredient in Visine. Craig is also charged with trying to solicit the murder of a witness in the case against him. He faces life in prison if a jury convicts him. The trial is set to last about 3 weeks. Yesterday, we told you the Trump administration is doubling down on its mass deportation plan, and newly released federal documents show ICE is eyeing Colorado for up to 6 new detention centers, including one in Walsenburg. Now we're learning 2 of them could be in Colorado Springs. One of the possible sites is a former rehab center near Parkmore Village Drive and North Academy Boulevard. It's been closed since the pandemic and now sits boarded up and covered in graffiti. But a proposal from the Baptiste group says it checks all the boxes. It has plenty of room and close access to public transportation. The other proposed location is the former Cheyenne Mound Reentry Center off of East Las Vegas Street, a facility that once helped people transition out of prison before it closed in 2020. Right now, it is unclear if and or when either location will be open.
The Trump administration is making a major move that could cut off health care and early education access for thousands of Coloradans, especially immigrant families. Yesterday, the Department of Health and Human Services announced it's rolling back a 30-year-old rule that allowed undocumented immigrants to use certain federally funded programs like Head Start. That means programs many families rely on, including preschool, nutritional help, health screenings, and child care, would only be available to U.S. citizens or immigrants with legal status like green card holders or asylum seekers. The head of Colorado's Head Start Association says that families already living on the edge could lose essential support.
A lot of these families specifically that this notice is targeting work in our meatpacking plants or our agricultural areas. They work long hours. They need childcare. The majority of our parents are either working or in school. And then we don't know if that will allow them to be in the workplace anymore.
HHS claims that this change could save more than $300 million a year, but critics say that it could push kids and working families even further behind.
A Columbia University protester is demanding $20 million from the Trump administration, claiming it targeted him for his political views. Mahmoud Khalil spent more than 100 days in immigration detention. His lawyers say the government tried to deport him in retaliation for his pro-Palestinian activism. In a new federal claim, Khalil accuses the administration of abusing its power to silence him. The green card holder says he would drop the payout request if he got a public apology and a rollback of what he calls a crackdown of student speech. Homeland Security called the claim absurd, insisting they acted legally.
President Trump is threatening to slap a 35% tariff on goods coming in from up north. Canada is one of America's most important trading partners, and it's the top buyer of U.S. exported goods. Last year alone, they imported $349 billion worth of goods from the U.S. And now, according to NBC News, Trump says any trading partner who has not gotten a letter or signed a deal will face a blanket tariff of up to 20%.
A federal judge in New Hampshire is hitting pause on President Trump's executive order to end birthright citizenship across the U.S. The judge issued a preliminary injunction yesterday, blocking the order and certifying a class action lawsuit on behalf of all the children it would affect. He's also given a 7-day window for an appeal. This ruling now puts the controversial issue of birthright citizenship on a fast track back to the Supreme Court.